You know, there's nothing like being behind the scenes. I mean, I love being in the green room, right? This is where the magic happens. And,
Yes.
you know, Wendy, sometimes people say, Shay, why do you always say the same thing? Like you never want to read the bio. And that's because we sent the bio out to everyone, okay? But what I like to do is I always like to ask Wendy, when we're behind the scenes where the magic happens, like, who is Wendy? And number two, what are you up to these days? Please tell us.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. And I love that we get this behind the scenes because then that's, it's not polished. It's just you and me shooting the breeze,
Yes.
So I'm Wendy. I'm Wendy Petties. They call me the Happy Life Coach. And I am a native New Yorker who loves bacon. So that's my claim to fame right there. Just kidding, just kidding. But basically, I am an MBA. I'm a psychologist, a sex educator, and I am the human lie detector. So I can tell when people are lying, even if they don't realize it themselves. And right now I am focused on money and sex and what they have to do with one another and how boosting both of them can improve your life. That's what I do.
You know, when you say boost both of them, you talk a little bit about what you do. Take a moment because you talked about something that's near and dear to me, and I love that. You said the happy coach. Is that what I heard you say?
Happy life coach.
The happy life coach. Take a moment if you can. I know it has nothing to do with what you're going to be talking about later, but why do you believe now more than ever that someone can, one, be happy and then really enjoy their life and be fulfilled? I mean, that's a big order. I love that. The happy life coach. For those folks out there joining, don't worry. Later she'll talk about the loosey-goosey money. But I'm just curious. She didn't start off with the money. She said a happy life coach. Talk to us about that, please.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe, especially now when we feel like we have no control or we feel like things are not really going the way that we thought they would go. Like 5 years ago when people said, like, what's your 5-year plan? Nobody thought we'd be here in this moment in the middle of a pandemic. And for me, that's all the more reason to concentrate on being happy and take control of your life so that you can have everything that you want. I really believe that you can have anything that you want. You just got to figure out what that is, ask for it, and figure out how to pay for it. So that's kind of my framework about having a happy life.
You know, what do you say to the folks right now that are out there, they're listening? There's a lot of dualpreneurs, people who work full-time jobs. They're full-time entrepreneurs. They're also a full-time stay-at-home mom or a full-time stay-at-home dad. They're also a full-time parent. Now they're a full-time school teacher. They're a full-time administrator. They're full-time cafeteria workers. Like, they've got a lot going on. And in all of this, with their life changing, take a moment and let me know, what would you say to those folks that are out there that got a lot going on, but they're listening like, you know what? This is still my time. This is still my moment. And I'm here present with you right now, Wendy. What's your message to them?
I think the first thing is really realizing that this is your time, no matter what else is going on. And when I say happy, it doesn't mean that every day is full of joy and I have no problems and there's no sadness and there's no troubles or anything. But I always go back to pleasure. I go back to pleasure. I go back to listening to my body. I go back to checking in on the little things and being really, really grateful about what is. Really, really grateful about what is. Despite everything else that's going on, I focus on this moment right now and be great. And I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Be in the present moment. Wherever you are, be there. And that is so true, and that is so powerful. For those folks that are out there, like Cheryl Graham that's out there watching right now, Carol that's out there watching right now, what's up, Jacqueline? She's in the house today right now. We're going to get started. We've got a show. When we come back, we'll be hearing about this whole thing about pattern interrupt or interrupt your life, or what's going on with that. And you can still get the money as an entrepreneur. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, in 5. This is my favorite part, by the way. 4, 3. I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun. 3, 2, 1. It's showtime. promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur, and welcome, by the way, to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country where we're on a mission. That's right, and our mission is to empower. Our mission is to inspire. And our mission is to provide you, that's right, you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources necessary to execute, well, that vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And I believe in my heart that you have 3 visions, by the way. I believe first, you have a vision for yourself, the type of health that you want to have, the type of energy and vitality you want to have, the clothes and foods you want to eat. And it takes, I know, organic food. I heard you, I get it, but it takes resources, which means it takes revenue. I believe you have a second vision. I believe you have a vision for the people you love the most. Some of you want to send your kids to a school of your choice. Some of you out there want to make sure that you're able to take care of a loved one. My mother, dear, is still here. I'm blessed, thank God. And it gives me an opportunity to make sure she has some of the things that she wants to have. And it takes resources to do that. And I know many of you want to write checks for the causes you believe in. It takes resources. That means it takes revenue. And I believe you have a third vision that I love to talk about. You have a vision right now. You have a vision right now for the people you were called to serve, by the way. Yeah, you. That's right, you. And imagine for a moment, the story I like to always share is Noah in the Bible. And you don't have to be a believer, you really don't. But imagine you're Noah in the Bible and you show up, you're ready to do your mission. You couldn't wait. And before you get started, there's a knock at the door. You're like, what's up? And someone says, Noah, sorry to report to you, my man, but there are no hammers in the house. No big deal. Noah doesn't even flinch. Got it. Thanks a lot for the Yeah, what's up? What's up? No, over here. Yeah, me. There are no nails here either. No hammer, no nails, ain't no big deal. We don't panic, we never. What is going on? Nor over here. There's no wood and there's no people to put the boat together. Good luck! And they're gone. And maybe that's you right now. You've been working hard, trying to do the right thing, and guess what? You need resources, you need revenue, and that's what we're gonna do today. So this morning, this evening, whatever time you are, Wendy is in the house to share with you how you can interrupt old patterns and let loose your money goose. What's money juice? What's up, Wendy?
Hey, hi. Thank you for having me. This is going to be big fun. Fun.
Wendy, why the title? Everybody want to know what's going on. Interrupt old patterns and let loose your money juice. I know you're going to talk about that, but tell us why the title and what should we expect on this particular episode? Talk to us.
Well, the title is really about figuring out how to stop doing the things that you've been doing if they're not getting you what it is that you want. You know, I believe that we need to unlearn some things, that we need to learn some things we were never taught, and that we need to question what we really believe in order to move. You know, other than that, we're just doing the same things and expecting different results. And we know that's insanity. So that's what that's about.
Definitely insanity. That's so true. Yeah. And for folks like Joan Corner Woman Wilson is out there right now. Cheryl Graham is out there. What's up, Cheryl? I see you be working hard. That's out there right now. I guess my question would be, and maybe someone listening is thinking too, is, all right, well, what's holding people back today? Like, what's some of the problems of why they don't just go do what they probably already know they should do?
Yeah. I think there's a bunch of things. I think that people are afraid. I think people are afraid of failure and afraid of success sometimes. I think that people think that they don't know, but I think that what happens is they don't take the time to really check in and trust themselves. I also think that, you know, we've been doing the things the way we've been doing it for so long that we just kind of get into a routine. So there's no judgment, no shame. This is just about what I have been, what problems I have had, what problems my clients have had, my girlfriends, you know, my friends. This is human nature. And so we're just trying to interrupt things a little bit so that you can move closer to what you really want.
Move closer to what you really want. And now's the time to actually do that. So do me a favor if you could. Share with us maybe 3 steps. What are 3 things that we can do right now to start down that path? And before you do that, I know it's a 2-part question, but you can handle this. Take a moment for those folks that are tuning in. They're thinking, okay, what makes her uniquely even qualified to even talk about this? This is a very serious question, and there's some psychology involved. There's some mindset involved. So can you take a moment? Can we slow down for just a second and just take a moment to say, hey, share a little bit about why this is important to you and why you're on this journey now to help people do this?
Oh, yeah. So starting with kind of why should you listen to me? I like to say that everything that you have done wrong in your life that you think is wrong or that you would be judged for, I probably did it too, and probably did it worse than you did. Like, you couldn't shame me. I would tell my whole story, but that's for another time. But, like I have filed bankruptcy and I've been fired from a job and, like everything that you think, oh my God, that's horrible. But I also am amazing as well. I also have an MBA. I have a psychology degree. I'm a licensed sex educator. I have specific training about body language and intuition that doesn't allow me to serve on a jury anymore, but it comes in handy in the work that I do to help people get to their truth. And so I am just like you. I'm just like you, whoever you may be, whoever's watching this, I'm just like you. No better, no worse. I'm responsible for all the amazing things that I've done and responsible for all the things that, I would have chosen to do differently. I'm not ashamed of them. And so that's kind of where I want to set it, so that people understand that I'm just like you, no better, no worse. And whatever you've done that you think is amazing, you can take credit for that. And you also need to take credit for the things that you don't think are amazing, but you're still a whole person and you're still just wonderful and
Still
deserve everything that you want.
I love that. I know you're going to come back and give the points, but before she gives the first point, do me a favor. If you're watching out there, we believe in the giver's economy. We believe the person out gives the competition, out earns the competition. And I'm sure that Wanda would be okay with this. You can hit
I'm Wendy, not Wanda.
Button. I keep saying Wanda. Wendy. Why do I keep saying Wanda? Wendy is okay with this if you hit the share button.
Please.
If you hit the watch party button. And you can pay this message forward. And when you do that, when you hit the share button, when you hit the like button or the watch party button, you see that little box that comes up. For those that are watching on Facebook, you can go ahead and write in the box, live the happy life. # Wendy Petties. Did I get that right?
Nope. Wendy Petties. It's okay,
Wendy Petties. I've been pricing it all day. Wendy Petties. Wendy Petties. So you can put Wendy Petties right at the end. Do that. Put # Wendy Petties. So hit the share button, hit the like button right now, and pay this message forward through the watch party and bless someone else. Wendy will change your life if you'll let her. All right, Wendy, take it away. Give us number 1. Thank you for being so gracious and allowing me to do my best to get that name right. Wendy.
Absolutely.
Petties. And
it is okay. Like that's thank you for getting it wrong, because there's no shame in that, and you handled it just like, I'm sorry, let's move forward. That's how people should handle, bumps in the road. So thank you for that absolute, it's almost like I planted that, but I didn't. But really, the 3 steps that I use to kind of get you practicing this skill are what I call the 3 A's. The first thing is about awareness. You have to know that something is not the way you want it to be in order to be able to change it. If you're just going through the motions and accepting things and not checking in with your body and not checking in with yourself and using your intuition and all those things that we have for a reason and not being aware, then it will stay the same way. It will continue to be the same way. So awareness is the first step.
Okay, so first step number 1, someone do me a favor, look right below the video and write the words step 1, awareness. Step 1, awareness. Okay, now we're going somewhere with this, so pay attention, because this is going to help you and it's going to help me. So what's step number 2?
Step number 2 is attention. So first we figure out like, we look at things and we say, this is not, something's off here. It doesn't feel right. I wish it was different, or I wish this was bigger or better, or whatever it is, fill in the blank. And then you got to focus your attention on it. You need to concentrate on what that is so that you can figure out what the change is. The awareness just gives you an idea that it may not be the way you want it to be, but focusing your attention says, now I think I want to change this, or I want to move this, or I want to have more of this or less of this. So it's actually concrete, looking at what it is that you need to focus your attention on now that you know what's going on and that everything's not as good as you may pretend it to be.
So step number 2 is what?
It's attention.
Attention. So you got awareness and you have attention. Now,
yes.
It's got to come up. I know if I could pick up my phone, they might be wondering, what's your big why? Like, why are you all in on this? I know that has nothing to do with number 3, and I know it's a pattern interrupter. I get it. But they're thinking like, why? What's your big why?
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because I'm so connected to my body that when you ask that, like, I got goosebumps. Mm-hmm. And my why I do this work for real is because I have been ill. I've been ill, and I know that we only have a limited amount of time here. We only have really this moment right now. And so it is my goal to ensure that everybody I come across understands that they can have the life that they desire, that they can have everything that they want. Because lots of people wait, and I was doing it too. I was like, okay, well, when I get well, then I'm going to do this. And when I do that, when this surgery is over, then I'm going to be able to do this. And I just had this vision of that day may never come. That day may never come. And for so many people, it doesn't come. And so I decided I'm going to live for today, for right now. I live for tomorrow as well. That's the next step. But right now, I check in and I say, do I want to do that? How am I feeling with this person? What does my body need? What do I want to do? What don't I want to do? And it started from 11 years of me being in and out of the hospital. 11 years. Where I was just getting well enough to have the next surgery, to have the next surgery, to have the next surgery. And I was in that routine. And then after that, I said, I thank God I'm still here, but I don't want to live like this anymore.
Is that, I know you said a couple of times that you're in tune with your body. Is that what you mean when you keep saying, I'm in tune with my body, I'm in tune with myself? You said that a couple of times. So I just want you to give us a point of clarification. Tell us a little more about what you mean by that.
So there's two things. There's the I'm in tune with my body, meaning I am very conscious of every bit of, from the tip of my curls to my toes, my polished toenails, very aware of my body and how it feels and how it responds to things. I stop and listen. I am the type of person that when you say, hey, how are you doing today? I will close my eyes to really reflect on how I'm really feeling that day in that moment. So that's one thing, just being conscious and aware of the signs and the signals that my body gives off. The other thing is, as a sex educator, it's so important for you to be connected to your sexual self so that you can connect to pleasure, because that is a real center that enables us to have the fuel to do everything that we need to do.
We're all agreeing with you, by the way. We're all saying yes. You know, I'm
Yes.
a married man. And I'm saying yes. If you're not married, you're saying yes. We're all saying yes. That's a topic for another time. Y'all have her on your show, okay? She can get down with that right now. I'm here helping you get loosey-goosey with your money, okay?
Yes.
They're like, what? This is a happy show? Happy life? I'm loving it.
And a lot of people don't understand what sex has to do with money, you know?
Tell us. Can you connect those dots? I mean, do that real quick.
So first of all, I will say, and I'm shouting out to women right now, women who are connected to their sexual pleasure and understand their bodies can channel the energy of their orgasms. This is a late night show, so we're going to go there. They can channel the energy of their orgasms to be more productive, more creative, and more clear and focused in what they need to do. Men, on the other hand, their point of clarity and focus and productivity is right before an orgasm. So it is scientific, it is true. And so I encourage everybody to get connected to their bodies in that way so that they can use that as fuel to achieve everything that they want.
Okay. I'm feeling you. I'm listening to you. I'm believing you. I'm live, but I'm believing you.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's all science.
I'm not doubting you. I promise I'm not doubting. For all those that agree, you don't have to write what she said. Just look right below the video and put, I agree. And just put, I agree. We all know what you're talking about, okay? So we're all on the same page right now as we're all looking really to have this pattern interruption, but more importantly, to get loosey-goosey with our money, or loosey-juicy with our money. I think that's it. I love the term, man. I love it. That is so cool. So you're giving us 3 steps. You gave us step number 1 was to be aware. You gave us step number 2 was to be what?
Attentive.
Attentive. I was putting my head
Focus your attention.
Attention. Yep. Attention. And so step number 3 in this journey, and for those folks that are out there right now, if you haven't hit the share button, do me a favor. What's up, Beverly Wyme? She's out there. She's an amazing individual. Got to meet her. Michael Sharp, thanks for joining. Bama's
Hi,
in here.
everybody.
Rick Denley, my man, is in the house.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Take a moment, if you would. Hit the share button if you're out there. Hit the watch party button. And when you hit the watch party button, just put live a happy life.
Yeah.
Hashtag Wendy Petties. Did I get it right there?
Nope.
Petties.
Nope. Nope.
Petite.
Petties.
Petties. Oh my gosh, I gotta get this right. Petties. Petties, 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 petties. I got attention right here. I got it right here. I'm working hard. Go ahead and get the hashtag right now. Do that now, and let's bless someone else. Let's help someone else move forward. Let's make a difference. It doesn't cost you anything, but you can do this. All right, give us number 3, please. We're all ears. Bring it.
Number 3 is action. So you become aware. You figure out just something's not right. You focus your attention on it so you can figure out what is not right, and then you got to do something about it. You got to do something about it. And sometimes it's adding something to your life, and sometimes it's taking something away. And I think that most people think of action as I got to do something. I got to do something. And it's not always the case. Sometimes it's I got to stop doing something. I got to stop this, or take this away, or be still. Be still. That is action as well.
Be still.
Be still.
They're listening to you and they're thinking, man, her life has always been rocking and rolling. She's being still. She's being happy. She's got attention. She had a few things going on with her body, and now she's in tune. Do you mind telling us maybe a time where things didn't go the way you wanted them to, and you had to turn things kind of around and use some of these skills you're talking to us about right now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every day, every day, I get people who say, I want your life. And I say, I want you to have the life that you think I have. You know what I mean? Whatever would make you happy. But I am genuinely a happy person. But every moment of my life is not happy. I wound up in the hospital fighting for my life last week. So it's not that, oh, your life is wonderful and everything's perfect and everything's whatever. It's just my mindset is that I can get through this by making sure that I am conscious and aware, making sure that I check in with myself, making sure that I ask for help. That's really the 4th A. We asked for 3 steps, but the 4th A is ask for help, and I like alliteration. So 4 A's.
Absolutely.
But I just, I want people to understand that this is not about, everything's perfect all the time. And so a specific moment is I mean, there's so many that are coming to my mind right now. But I'd say one thing that where I had to really pull this out is when I was, yeah, okay, so I'll tell that story. So I filed bankruptcy a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I filed bankruptcy,
Yeah.
and I felt like such a loser. Here I am. I talk about money. I talk about being connected, and I made the conscious decision to file bankruptcy. And it was a low point for me. And I figured that if I did this, it would be a benefit to me, but I had to get through the emotional charge of it. Had to get through the emotional charge of it and all the stuff that we tell ourselves, all the gremlins, the shame, I should have, the should haves and could haves and if only I's. And I had to really sit with myself and remember what I tell my clients and remember what I teach and what I've learned. And I had to really come back to figuring out, does this really reflect on me what I'm making it reflect on me? Am I really everything that I'm thinking about myself, or is it just a fact? And so the fact is that I filed bankruptcy. How I interpret that and what I say about myself is all me. It's all me. And I know I'm not alone in this because there are things that we still say about ourselves, I mean, I'm guilty. I'm not cured, I'm not cured.
Yeah.
I just am able to bring myself back to center a lot quicker than most people. But I still have down times and low times and times when I am feeling, frustrated or ashamed or sad or, just pissed off. It's not about pushing that away. It's about bringing yourself back to center and knowing that your circumstances are not who you are.
Yeah.
That's not your value.
Man, that's like super powerful. Thanks so much for sharing and being so authentic. One of the core philosophies we have here at the Happy Entrepreneur Show, at the crux of the show, is this belief that today is my January 1st. That today is my January 1st. If you know what I'm about to do and you're watching and you're listening, say, oh, Shay, I know what's going on. You can look below the video right now. You can write those words that today is my January 1st. Now, for those folks that are hearing it for the very first time, today is my January 1st represents one of those moments in time where you don't wait for January 1st, but you create a moment. So I say there's always about 1,000 moments throughout the day where you can make a decision, and any one of those decisions could change the whole trajectory of your life. So you make a decision you're going to work out. That's a January 1st moment. Or you're going to sit back and binge watch. You're going to watch Netflix, okay? You make a decision. You're going to eat hamburgers and French fries, a little salt, pepper, and ketchup. You got to have that. Who could not have French fries without salt, pepper, and ketchup, right? Or you decide you're going to go to the refrigerator. You're going to open it up, and you're going to get some kale out. You're going to get some broccoli out. You're going to get some Brussels sprouts. That's a January 1st moment. It's a do-over. It's a fresh start. It's your past does not equal your future. My question to you, Wendy, when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what do you hear? What does it mean to you?
Ooh, that makes me so happy because I do believe we have a chance to do things over every moment. Every moment you have a chance to make a better choice. That is what it's all about. And so January 1st, for me, it's like birthday. Birthday. I have my birthday's in January, but I have a half birthday party because I like the summer better than I like the winter. And so I just decided that is how I'm going to celebrate my birthday. You can do whatever it is that you decide. And so this make it your January 1st is such a great opportunity. It's just like this pandemic, there are serious things about this pandemic. But there are also silver linings, and there are also opportunities to make different choices. And so that's what I hear. And that's what I get really jazzed up about, that you can make a better choice, make a different choice any moment, any moment. It doesn't have to be January 1st.
So
In
true.
fact, I would say stay away from January 1st, because so many people do it because it's January 1st and they don't really get the idea and the grounding that you can make a choice anytime you want.
Great. What was your January 1st moment that you made a decision? You was going to plant your flag, draw a line in the sand, and you're going to do this entrepreneur thing. This was going to be your jam. Now, I know it's probably a lot of different moments, but pick any one moment that comes to your mind. He said, you know what? That was a defining moment for me. And I said, I'm all in, baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember when it was the big moment. There were little moments, and I've always had a side hustle. Like, yes, every job that I've ever worked on, I've always had, my coaching business on the side, and probably took home a stapler or a pad of paper or something, but we'll move on from there. But my defining moment that I will never work for anyone else was being harassed at a job that I loved. I was harassed by a new boss that came in and decided that I was not worthy. And I, for 6 months, forgot who I was and was crying, being yelled at, just harassed. And the moment came for me. I was torn between, I love this job and I love being here, and I'd been there for a long time, and fighting and trying to make him like me and all this, and leaving. And the moment that it clicked for me that I was like, Wendy, I think you have forgotten who you were, was something that I learned when I was getting my master's in organizational development. It's this body language, kind of forensic body stuff. And we sat at a table, and I came, he was there first. I had called a meeting with Human Resources, and I sat across from him, and Human Resources came in and sat next to him. And in that moment, I knew this was not a neutral situation. And I took off my ID and slid it across the table in that moment. And I said, the next time we have a conversation, you'll be talking to my attorney. And it was a moment that was scary. Oh my God, it was so scary. And it was emotional because I wanted to be there, but I knew that I was not being me, and that it would be further detriment to me to stay. And I vowed at that moment that I would never allow anyone to control me like that. I would never lose sight of who I was, and that the key to having everything that I want and being who I want to be was to go out on my own. And so I left, and I've never looked back. And it just, once you make a leap like that and you have your feet on the ground and you're like, okay, I'm doing this, then the universe conspires to lift you up. I mean, I've made more money than I could ever imagine. I have had more happiness, more connections, more joy. But that was the pivotal moment. That was the slap in the face. And I call it that because it was that moment when I was like having an out of body moment and looking at, Wendy, you know better. And I said, I'll never work for anyone else again. And I haven't. And it's been 5 years now.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
5 years. Everyone do me a favor. You're watching right now. Look right below the video. And just write those words. Congratulations. 5 years doing this journey. And she says she's having a happy life. She never said it was easy.
No.
But she says she's having a happy life. Do me a favor. Just hit the like button. And that's just a signal that thumbs up. That's the signal that, Wendy, you are just truly amazing. As folks are getting pumped up, they're getting excited. Like, yeah, slide that badge across the table, girl. Yeah. Just like they were excited back on December 31st.
Yeah.
After a couple drinks.
Yeah.
On the back of a cocktail napkin. They were writing down their New Year's resolutions, by the way. They were excited back then. They couldn't wait. They don't know what the New Year's revolution is now. And so my question to you is, and it's something I like to ask because I believe there's truth inside of truisms. And the question is, you've heard this phrase that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do we all struggle with, myself included, from time to time? It's always a little bit of, consistency. So I'd love to ask the question, what's your secret to being consistent and the hashtag stay the course?
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's baby steps. It's baby steps and pleasure, pleasure as a reward. The baby steps are, don't try to do everything right now. Take a little step and have a reward. And it could be a nice cup with your favorite juice in it. It could be going for a walk. It could be listening to music. Like, I believe in rewards and I believe in baby steps. I believe in planning and I believe in rewards. And so it doesn't have to be that complicated. You have to know where you're going, but you don't have to take a leap off the side of the cliff to get there. And you don't have to expect it to be, done right now. With your analogy with the New Year's resolutions, like that 10 pounds that you gained over the last 3 months is not going to go away in one day. So beating yourself up because you didn't walk 10 miles today is not going to be helpful. But looking at, okay, I want to get these 10 pounds off. So let me go for a walk and let me focus on pleasure, focus on beauty. To enjoy that walk will encourage you to go on that walk tomorrow, and that walk the next day, and that walk the next day. And when you don't want to do it, it's okay. It's okay, because you have some momentum going, and you also are not focused on the pounds. You're focused on, wow, look at that beautiful tree, and look at that bird, and there's so many squirrels out there now, and and I got my music in and all of that. So I believe in baby steps and rewards. Hand in hand, we can get stuff done.
Love it. Folks are probably wondering, how can they connect with you? Well, it's really a two-part question. Number one, what type of clients do you work with? So who's your ideal client? Someone watching right now might be like, yeah, that's me out there. Loretta's out there. Jesse's out there. Rona, Russell, McKnight is out there. Beverly's out there. Michael Sharp. So many folks are watching right now might be like, well, am I her ideal client, or how do I best share what she does with someone else? So take a moment, if you will, and tell us, who's your ideal type of client, if you would, did you look to work with, and how can they best connect with you right now?
Sure. So my favorite clients are people who actually want to get stuff done, who know that they want to get stuff done. They may not know how, they may not really believe that they can, but they know that there's something that they want different in their life. It's usually a woman. No offense to my guys. I work with lots of guys, but it's usually a woman. It's usually a woman of color. And they usually are over 40. I'm 51 years old. And I find that my kind of 35 to 45 is the sweet spot there. Most of them are 40 to 45. But 35 to 45, they are eager and excited to change, to make sure that they are not looking back and saying, oh my God, is this my life? This cannot be my life. Oh my God, this cannot be my life. And so I run a group on Facebook called Unstoppable Women with Big Dreams, because I do believe that you have to be unstoppable. Unstoppable to me doesn't mean like, we're going to knock people down and we're going to bulldoze and everything. It just means that you feel like you can do it with support, with community, with love, with pleasure, with opportunity, with asking, with support. And so unstoppable, and you got to have some big dreams. So Unstoppable Women with Big Dreams is my Facebook group. Women, come on by. We do lots of wonderful, yummy things in there. I also am known as the Happy Life Coach. And so my business page is Happy Life Coach WP. And if you just put in the Happy Life Coach, you can find me there. And you can always find me on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram is Happy Life Coach also. But I'm easily accessible. I run a program called Sexy Money because the two things are in tandem, and it's a 6-week program. It's amazing. It's part mindset, it's part juiciness, it's part figuring out like where you really are in terms of your money, and it's a lot about like figuring out where found money is, like where you can get the money to have everything that you desire.
Love what you're doing, man. That's super amazing. We're now moving to a segment. I'm going to encourage you all to connect with Wendy, by the way. We're moving to a segment now, and the segment is called Rapid Fire. What's up, Belinda? Belinda Sloan says hello. She's out there, by the way. Felicia Johnson Hawkins out there says hello. She want to let you know she's in the house. So many folks are tuned in right now saying, hey! You're like, hey, I'm in the house. We up in here, as they say. And so my question that I love to ask during Rapid Fire for those folks that are tuned in for the first time is when I get to ask a question that's on my mind, and Wendy gets to answer it. And she has 2 minutes or less. 2 minutes or less. They like the less part better. They like the less part better.
I'm ready.
But in all seriousness, my favorite question to ask is, of all the ideas you've learned, and you've probably learned 20,000 ideas during your lifetime as it relates to success, what's the one idea that's your number one idea? Now, I know it's an unfair question, right? Because you could probably do a whole seminar on this. But you got to take one idea and say, you know what? This is my guiding principle. And I'll share it with the audience, and here's why.
Yeah. What first came to mind was that there are facts and how you respond to it. I remember that someone had told me about, if I said it's raining right now, that's the fact. But if I'm like, oh my God, my hair's going to get messed up and my shoes and it's going to be horrible in the traffic and whatever, that doesn't change the fact that it's raining any more than if you are like, okay, it's raining and so I need to bring an umbrella and whatever. And that energy that you create in your body will help you to get through anything if you look at what is fact versus what is your reaction to it. And so that has helped me so many times when I'm getting off track. Oh yeah. When I am thinking too much, having way too many thoughts, spiraling into a story, and I go back to what's the fact, Wendy? What's the fact? What's the fact? And then I can bring myself to respond in a way that will not derail me. So I think that is my best advice, is to remember what are the facts and then figure out how you want to respond to it.
Great. Books, movies. Let's say, there's so many books, there's so many movies. What's one of the books that's had a big impact on your life? You've got to take the Bible off. That's in a category by itself. And we'll definitely take Think and Grow Rich off. And we'll just put that to the side. But of all the other books that you read or movies you've seen, which one pops in your mind right now? And what is the takeaway that really impacted your life?
2 books. Can I do 2?
Yes.
Okay. The first one is The Year of Yes. Shonda Rhimes.
Love it. Love it.
It is incredible. Yeah. And just the premise of I'm going to say yes to everything. I did that for my birthday, my 40th birthday. I've set out to my whole community, friends, family, clients. I'm going to do 40 new things and I will not say no. It was not really a year of yes. It was just I want to do 40 new things. And I did. People came up with, fly to Vegas with me on a private jet, on Celine Dion's private jet, and go see her concert. And I was like, hell yes, but if I didn't put it out there and say I was going to do 40 new things, those opportunities wouldn't have come to me. So I always think of The Year of Yes, that book, and it is an amazing premise, and people should try that. The second book is Mel Robbins' The 5-Second Rule. Mm-hmm. It is incredible. It's such a simple tool. The 5-second rule is when you don't want to do something or you're procrastinating, to use a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which sounds to me like the rocket launching. And psychologically, it propels you out of your chair to get done whatever it is that you need to do. And there's morning routines in there, and I just love her framework, and so that's my other book that I would recommend.
What does Wendy do for fun when she's not out saving the world?
Oh, I love music.
Oh, wow.
I love music. I love it. I love old school music. Like today I was jamming, doing my work to Earth, Wind, and Fire, but I'm like the Spinners and Stylistics and Blue Magic and Commodores and all of that, like all that old school music, singing at the top of my lungs with my feet, either in grass or sand, that's what I would be doing every day, is listening to music and singing. I'm not the greatest singer, but I will sing anyway, and that makes me happy.
I love it. That's spot on. You've had so many mentors. Did I mention that question along this journey of life? And I'm curious, and it could have been any time in your life, what's one of the lessons that you learned from your mentors that you could pass along to us?
Well, the one about, fact versus emotion,
Okay.
but I would also think the other thing that came to my mind is fail fast. Fail fast. Like, I make so many mistakes every day, but I don't think of them I think of them as information. And so I'm a quick start. I will change the name of my program, or, change something in it, and I apologize for it in the way that I say, hey, this is something new I'm trying. If it works, it works. Like, I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to jump out there. And I think that's one thing that one of my mentors has taught me, is to not be afraid of failing, that failing is really information. Like, if something doesn't go right, it's information you now have, and you should continue, because you're going to hit whatever works really quickly if you keep trying, rather than making it, oh, the other thing is, done is better than perfect.
I like that.
Oh yeah. That changed my life, because I would try, so many entrepreneurs have to get the website perfect, and they need the logo perfect, and they need this. And my mentors say, like, sell your stuff. Like, sell your stuff. Like, you don't need it to be perfect. If people want it and it's valuable and they get what they need from you, they don't really care what your website looks like. They'll give you their credit card and say, like, write it down. Like, put it in the PayPal for me if like, that has happened because I'm onto something. And, I really hate my website. So, it'll get there when it gets there, but I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, I haven't met one person yet that really just loves their website.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always a work in progress, and it's like an act
Definitely.
of God to get the one you want, right?
Yes.
But the good news is, like you said, just get going. You don't have to get it right. You
Yep.
just have to get going. First, let me say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. You're truly amazing. You're truly incredible. For those folks that are out there, by the way, hit the share button, hit the watch party button. Go ahead and write in there, live a happy life. Like pay that message forward.
Yes.
Wendy is here giving the best that she has to improve our lives, so that we can have more impact, have more meaning, and make a bigger difference in the world. And that's why you get up every single day. So let me say thank you so much for having a heart to give, for having a heart to serve. I know you can always make more money. I recognize that. But none of us, myself or anyone watching, none of us can make more time. And that's what it's all about. So I want to give it over to you to have your closing thoughts. I appreciate you saying you would, your final thoughts to empower, to inspire folks out there. Folks that are watching, if you haven't already, hit the like button, stay connected with us. Go over to online Champion Nation. Make sure you stay in the family, stay connected, and stay connected with Wendy. Gotta do that. All right, Wendy, over to you. Thanks so much again for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We appreciate it.
First, I just want to say thank you so much to you for having me. This is an amazing platform. This is a wonderful space where you can just have fun giving and sharing what you know to be so, and what you want other people to have. So I am grateful for the opportunity, and thank you so much. What I would say to everybody is, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You are perfect the way you are, and flawed. Perfect and flawed. And it's okay, but you deserve to have everything that you want. And the first step is understanding that and knowing that. And it's not from a cocky position, it's from a I'm worthy position. And your dream may not be my dream, and my dream may not be your dream, but you should dream, and you should be able to, move a little closer to having whatever it is that you want. And I know you can get it, and I'm here to help. If I can help in any way, please let me know. I'll post my information under the video so that you can stay in contact. But I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve and here to give. And that's what's most important to me. So thank you so much, Shay.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank every single one of you who are watching out there, by the way. I know you have a story inside of you. I know that you have a message inside of you. I know you're someone that want to have more meaning in the world, have more impact in the world. If that's you as you're listening right now, do two things. One, hit the like button so you can stay in contact with us. And also make sure if you got a message you want to share, we have a platform for you to do that. Just go over to I forgot the site. I don't know. Gee whiz, I wasn't planning on doing that. But she said you don't have to get it right. Go over to championspeakerinterview.com. Just go over to championspeakerinterview.com. We want to share your message with the world. It's just www.championspeakerinterview.com. Read it. See if that's a good fit for you. Love to share your message. Wendy, once again, thank you so much. You're incredible. You're amazing. And for every single one of you out there, I want you to know that this is your January 1st. You can be happy. Don't that feel good? Today is your January 1st. You can live the life you want and the life that you truly deserve. And Wendy's kind of laid that out for you. And for you, the best is still yet to come. The best is yet to come. I believe for you, the best is yet to come. With that being said, by the way, my name, for those folks who want to do all that yelling, who's doing all that screaming, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Remember, by the way, just remember, time is long. Mm-hmm. Life, by the way, is very, very, very short. So we've got to live in the moment, and we got to make it count. God bless, and we wish you success. Thanks a lot. Peace. We out. Thanks a lot, Wendy. Thank you, Karen Hargo. Thank you, Mark Clark. Mark L. Clark is on. Thank you, Cheryl Diane, Jacqueline Fulton, Karen, Rona, all of you out there. Stacy, we see y'all. We love you. Look, we got to go. We got to go. We out of here. Peace. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Thank you. God bless.